you see here today is powered by a 23,000 plus pound of thrust Rolls-Royce Pegasus engine, allowing the Harrier to reach speeds of nearly the speed of sound. Speed is not its most important product, though, because this is the Marine Corps' close air support aircraft to protect the fighters on the ground, the Marines and soldiers who are doing that combat. From the right, here comes your United States Marine Corps AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus. You may have noticed under the wings some protrusions coming down. There are 3 weapons stations on each wing and a center line pylon where nearly 13,000 pounds of munitions of any kind that the Marine Corps needs, be it air to ground, air to air, precision guided, or dumb bombs, if you will, to be deployed from that aircraft. Thrust vectoring, you will see demonstrated in just a few moments, where this aircraft will turn into a helicopter. The nozzles are pointed directly aft, allowing the aircraft to reach its maximum speed of nearly 650 miles per hour. But what Captain Bruggeman will do for us in just a moment will be to use a lever located by his left hand next to the throttle to change the angle of the exhaust of that Rolls-Royce Pegasus engine. It can be rotated beyond 90 degrees, actually to about 98 degrees, so it can back up if necessary. We're going to see it hover. We are going to see the magic carpet ride of the AV-8B Harrier 2.
Let's see, magic carpet ride.
Sounds will be too loud from the engine for us to talk, but as it comes in, you will be able to see the exhaust from the jet engine pointed straight down. There are 2 nozzles in the rear with jet exhaust. In the rear of the wing, just forward of the wing, are 2 more nozzles which are directing bleed air from the front part of the engine to help this magic carpet ride work. To change direction while there is no airflow over the control surfaces or wings or tail, he will use a reaction control system, an RCS, not unlike that used on the space shuttle. Those nozzles are located in the nose, at the end of the wings, and the tail. It's going to be really busy for Captain Bruggeman here in the aircraft, but take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your United States Marine Corps AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you like the Harrier? I can't hear you. Awesome. The ability to take off and land vertically enables it to operate in places where no conventional aircraft could ever operate. It can stay close to the fight and respond very, very quickly when called upon by the troops on the ground. Captain Brueggemann will now demonstrate a short, rolling vertical landing, an RVL, a rolling vertical landing. He'll come in at a speed of about 60 miles per hour with those nozzles at about 60 to 70 degrees, I believe. He's going to do that rather than take a chance. You know, if you do this on asphalt, you'll melt the asphalt. So hot is the jet exhaust. You also may have seen a little bit of smoke that looked unusual coming from the engines. When it gets in a hover like that for a long period of time or needs more performance on a hot day, they literally inject distilled water into the engine. It cools the engine and allows it to produce more thrust. Yep, water in this case helps the fire to burn better to give it more thrust. At 60 miles an hour across the ground, let's take a look. From VMA 231, the ace of spades, at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, let's hear it for your United States Marine Corps AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus. For the best in Chevy, Buick, GMC selection and prices, visit us at VadenofBeaufort.com. Highway 21 here in Beaufort. On behalf of everyone at Vaden of Beaufort, enjoy the show. What a great, great company. Thanks so much. Pratt & Whitney's F-135 engine is the only engine powering the F-35 Lightning II. Chevrolet is proud to honor the brave men and women of America's military and their families, and offering the best military discount from any car company. After a roar of the plane, stop by the Chevrolet display for details and a test drive, or visit gmmilitaridiscount.com. Surf Pro of Beaufort County has been around for more than 15 years, and they are the area's specialists in cleanup and restoration for commercial and residential properties. For all your restoration needs, call Surf Pro of Beaufort County and let us make it like it never happened. Again, thanks to Vaden of Beaufort. They don't take the freedom lightly. Jane Vaden, Shane Galt, and their team have gone the extra mile to support the show this year. Thank you so much. Thanks also to Sophie. They've provided the great-looking red T-shirts worn by the event staff this year. Thank you, Sophie. Thanks also to Harrier. There's Captain Brueggemann coming right by Show Center, the AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus. Harrier provided the resources and expertise to produce the 2011 Air Show television commercials. Thanks to Eddie Andrews and his team for a job well done. Also, thanks to Jimmy Boozer and MCAS Beaufort Federal Credit Union. He received the baton from the Golden Knights just a little bit ago. Thank you to all of the great sponsors of our show this year. And AirShowBuzz.com. And we want you to join us. Become part of our Air Show family. AirShowBuzz.com is a free website where you can escape life's gravity and enjoy the passion of flight. Taxiing by right now, there's Dan McClung. He's going to be headed home